Hey guys, I'm Tango.
I'm PandaTang.
We're TeamTang. So, following from the first two videos that we did discussing the new maps from the map pack on 1st December for BFBC2, we're going to talk about heavy metal.
This is a new map that is actually from the single player campaign and not in the Bad Company 1 criteria. This is a massive map like Atacama Desert.
Yeah, very similar to Atacama Desert, but with big windmills.
Yeah, this is much greener. It's probably the biggest map out of the game, coming from the campaign.
Yeah, it's very flat as well. There's not much cover. I can't personally say much anything or about anything on the ground because I've been like chopper boring.
Well, I've been using tanks and I find the maps too big for the player base that we've got at the moment for Bad Company 2.
Yeah, it's quite empty, isn't it?
You go from one tank, on the tank to capture point B, it takes so long and pretty much makes the whole gameplay boring.
Yeah.
It doesn't help the fact that there's only a Alpha flag, Bravo flag and Charlie flag, and should really have 4 flags, to be honest.
It's only 3 flags. Wait.
Yeah, there's only 3 flags.
Alright,
so,
the main base on 3 flags, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it is quite small.
But,
there's not enough cap points for the SARS. For the SARS.
Yeah, you do have hilltops and everything. It's great use for the 12 times optics, but the gameplay on it is too wide, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't like played on the ground yet, but I can assume that it's like trading fire on tanks and snipers, and not
it's pretty much
close encounters unless you're actually capping the points.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just recons and tanks with the
trading fire
helicopters.
from long distance, from point to point.
Yeah, for helicopters it's great. There's no problem with that. I've not really had any problems getting owned by Apache like I would in Fort Valdez or Atacama, because both sides seem to have some equal opportunities with like VADs and zoos. Did he even have zoos in that anymore?
Yeah, we did.
In that map? Okay. And to be honest, it's just dogfighting between 2 Apaches and tanks across the borders of the map.
Yeah, it's not really infantry based, is it? This map.
Yeah, and once you die, like, you know, they've got 2 flags, you die, trying to cap Bravo, you're gonna have to restart all the way back at Alpha unless you've got a squad. And that, going back from there to Bravo, is just frustrating. How many quads is in that map?
I don't know.
They should have put more into it, like...
If it's going to be such a big map, either have more flag captures or more vehicles. More transport vehicles for like getting to places quicker.
Or just make the map smaller so it's just not... Because we've only got 18 players, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, 18 players. If it was on Battlefield 2, then yeah, 64 players or 32 players would have been great, but...
Yeah, jets.
Yeah, jets would be great on that map, but you don't get to have it. So it's a good nostalgic feeling towards Battlefield 2 maps, but
what?
No, I think it's just because Battlefield maps were always big, wasn't it? So it just gives you a feeling that you're able to play in big maps again.
I think if you could get the most fun out of this map, you're gonna really go into air vehicles, namely the Apache or the Havoc. Otherwise, unless you like tanking, I think you get the most fun out of flying helicopters, because you're gonna find the most combat in the helicopters than what you would in the tank and infantry.
Yeah, they should probably just made it into just all Apache's map, to be honest. Like game mode in 1943 with the airplanes.
Core C.
Yeah, Coral Sea. That was pretty fun. They should just made it into that, because that's what it essentially was. Just, yeah, So what do you think of the map overall? Like,
I'm not going to give a big judge. Like, I'm not going to get a final opinion yet because I haven't really played infantry on the land yet. So I think it's all right. I can imagine land battles being a bit boring.
it was boring because I was always in the tank in that map. The only time when I was in Apache was that Black Hawk, and that was even boring, just playing it. Because obviously I'm not going to land because being an infantry was boring. There's barely any tanks because they were always hanging back on the hilltops with their 12 times optics, and that's pretty much it. I think people couldn't be asked to play that map properly, from my experience.
So would you say it's a bit of a failed map for multiplayer?
I want to say it's a failed map. It just needs to be redesigned and thought of more properly. I mean, it's got potential, but at this moment, it's probably the weakest map out of the map
I would say so.
and I just avoid trying to play it because it's just too spaced out. Have we covered it?
Yeah.
Alright, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.